Let's take a look at the Geometry Parameters tools for the Graitec PowerPack ribbon in Revit. What you'll see is we're able to add information that's associated to column height, beam elevation, wall height, wall thickness, slab elevation, lintel/sill elevation. What this does, for example, if I select in here all my columns, from this I'm now going to get out the column height. If I go to the Graitec PowerPack tool, column height, what this does, it adds a height parameter to all these columns. So for example, if I go into the schedule in here and add an extra field, you'll now see this new one has been added. If I simply add that in and place it into the list, you'll see it's now indicating the height of each column. If I go back and change any heights, so for example if I select a few of these columns here, and if I go into the properties and change information, so for example if I make these a meter higher, when I go back into the table you'll notice nothing has changed. But if I run the actual refresh, or if I do column geometry again, it will update the appropriate heights on those elements. Let's have a look at beams. If I do the same thing and I select beams inside here, or structural framing, I can go to the Graitec PowerPack. I can select the beam elevation tool. This again puts a shared parameter within inside the element. If I then go and look at the actual beams themselves in a schedule, add in the shared parameter to the schedule, so you'll see here bottom level, top level. I add that in, select OK here, you'll see it's indicating the top or bottom level. If anything changes with inside here, we can again update it appropriately inside the project. Let's have a look at walls. So for example, if I select the two walls in here, go to the Graitec PowerPack tools, come down here, select wall height, it will add the shear parameter for wall height. If I do the same again and come in here and add the wall thickness, again it will add the shear parameter for us. We can then go into our wall schedule, go into our fields and add in those parameters. That information is now schedulable outside the project, or putting the schedule onto a drawing, you can now indicate what the wall height is and what the wall thickness is as well. Let's now have a look at the floors. So same thing applies. If I select the floor, if I go to our tool, slab elevation, if I select that, it adds the shared parameter for floors. If I then go into the floor schedule and add the parameters within inside here, we can now get the top and bottom level of the slab scheduled in our schedule. Let's now have a look at the lintel and the sill elevation tool. Again, if I select all the windows inside here, this gives me the option to now go to the Graitec PowerPack tool, select the lintel and sill elevation. It will then add the shear parameters for both sill and lintel elevation. If I now go into my window schedule and add those parameters, like so, you can now have these elevations added into your schedule